Let's check out how I teach someone how to go from an Airflare to an inside or inverted or Deadman 90. There's basically different names on this move, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. What up guys, it's your boy Coach Sambo. Today I'm working with Lithe-ing and helping him on some different power move techniques, including an Airflare to an invert 90. Now, this is just one of many techniques that I share on my Airflare Masterclass, which is basically a program with more than 100 different Airflare exercises, all the way from preparation exercises, all the way to very difficult combos and variations. It's all included. Yes, it does come from the future. Now to perform Airflare to invert or inside or Deadman 90, you have to be able to do at least 3 to 4 Airflares, and preferably with a high angle. If you're still learning Airflares or you haven't figured out how to do them yet, then definitely don't hesitate to check out my ultimate Airflare tutorial, where I explain you everything you need to know on Airflare and how I teach many students over the years how to do Airflares. Now of course, if you know Lithe-ing, you know he's a phenomenal b-boy and he's able to do Airflares. However, he never did Airflare to inside or invert or Deadman 90s yet. That's about to change in about 3 minutes. So we started this party off by doing just some basic inverted 90s, and I had to correct him a little bit on leg position, because when executing a invert 90 with a correct technique, you want to make sure that your legs and your hips are pointing towards the front while your legs are open and stretched. This doesn't make the move just look better, but it also gives you better balance and better technique to combine it with whatever you want. Then I asked him to perform invert 90s to a windmill, just for the sake of warming up and getting into the flow of the move. Next, I asked him to perform some walkover Airflares. Now, if you've seen some of my Airflare videos in the past, you probably know that the Airflare walkover is how I teach people how to do Airflare. Again, you can find everything you need to know about that in my ultimate Airflare tutorial. So after performing a few walkover Airflares, also for the sake of just warming up, I asked him to perform a walkover Airflare to the inverted 90, basically helping him and guiding him on where he should land his Airflare to find that perfect position and keep those hips high enough to combine it to the inverted 90. It only took him a few tries and he already felt exactly what he needed to do within his Airflare. And then he asked me, yo coach,
can I do it from a regular Airflare? And I was like, sure, why not?
And it only took him a couple of tries for him to actually execute this combo. Yep. Now at this point, if you start to feel the combo, I recommend you to combine it to something very easy, like a swipe to start out with. If that works and your Airflare is good enough, then the next logical step is just combining it to another Airflare, so you can repeat the process all over again and do it multiple times. One more. Then depending on how fast you pick up on the move and how good your other basics are, the only thing left to do is for you to combine it with other moves and just be creative with it, so you can find your own way of using the combo to then of course bust it out in battles. And that's what we did the next training. After a bit of rest, 1 or 2 days later, I saw that his technique had immediately improved, giving him access to new combos and new ways of using the move, which is really dope. So hopefully a lot of new insight for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Don't forget I have tons of other high quality breaking videos that you can find on my YouTube channel. It's your boy Coach Sambo,
your online b-boy coach.
And at the end of the day, my good friends, when you think about it, it's just all about that b-boy shit. Peace.